So look, a lot of memes are being made of Donald Trump like this and this and this after he's refusing to debate Vice President Kamala Harris. But we here at the MeidasTouch Network are sending an even stronger message to Donald Trump, and he's freaking out about it. We created a new short at the MeidasTouch Network that we want to show you. It's called the Hillbilly Felony. It's done in the style of a movie trailer. It's about Shady Vance meeting Donald Trump. It's J.D. Vance's next made-for-TV movie, if you will. Here's what we prepared. It's gone mega viral, and MAGA and Donald Trump are flipping out about it. Play this clip.
I didn't vote for Trump.
The people who are most deranged and most psychotic are people who don't have kids at home.
The vice president, in terms of the election, does not have any impact.
I didn't come from the elites.
He was a nobody.
J.D. Vance, author of Hillbilly Elegy.
He came from nothing.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him.
You said idiot if you voted for him.
I didn't vote for Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter.
Might be America's Hitler.
An idiot and a moral disaster.
You got to respect the American people enough to just level with them.
But wanted to stand for something.
I didn't think he was going to be a good president, Brett. He was a great president.
Himself.
You know, Senator, this is an evolution.
All of a sudden, he decided not only isn't Trump noxious and reprehensible, he's now the greatest president of his lifetime.
JD is kissing my ass. He wants my support.
From the party with no platform.
I'm a never Trump guy.
He's the best president of my lifetime.
A man with no convictions.
Donald J. Trump, guilty on all counts.
And a man with 34 convictions.
I did absolutely nothing wrong.
In a story about freedom.
It was meant to be, at least a little bit.
Okay.
Freedom to rig elections.
Give votes to all children in this country, but let's give control over those votes to the parents of those children.
The freedom to be racist.
Now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
And the freedom to control women.
Roe versus Wade is an abomination. We're effectively run in this country by a bunch of childless cat ladies.
The people who are most deranged and most psychotic are people who don't have kids at home.
If you don't have as much of an investment in the future of this country, maybe you shouldn't get nearly the same voice.
J.D. Vance also thinks stepmoms aren't really moms. Women should be staying in marriages even if they're violent marriages.
These swing voters do not like him, and they do think he's weird.
No, we're not weird people. We're actually just the opposite.
From the directors of 2 fake charities.
We've always had a good chemistry. JP, right? J.D. Mandel.
It's Hillbilly Felony.
I love you guys.
I want to give a shout out to our MeidasTouch production team for doing an excellent job with that. I want to share with you, though, some of these absolutely brutal videos that are in Donald Trump's head at all hours right now. So that was the most recent short by MeidasTouch. I want to share an ad for you by the Lincoln Project, though, right now that I think is incredible. Let me show you the Lincoln Project's latest. Play this clip.
Old, weak.
Many don't feel he is fit.
Sick, tired.
Too old to serve.
Stammering, slurring.
He was ranting and raving.
Slipping, forgetting.
And the guy just kept getting confused.
Slow.
Panic has certainly set in.
You know which politician we're talking about, right? Oh, you thought it was about Joe Biden?
Venezuela, though it's unbelievable.
Is he all right?
Let's think about some more words. Liar.
I have absolutely no idea who this woman is.
Criminal. Rapist.
I'm here because Donald Trump raped me.
Scammer.
I can say very clearly President Trump is a liar.
Con man. Gross. Vain.
I don't care about you. I just want your vote.
Cruel.
You are a rude, terrible person.
Disgusting. Creep. You know exactly who we're talking about.
You won't have to vote anymore.
Don't you?
And so while I'm showing you these, let me do this. Let me show you a Meidas video and let me show you a Lincoln Project ad. And you can just see, I think, some of the kind of incredible shorts that are being made right now that I think are really kind of permeating the zeitgeist and this cultural moment. So let me show you this one that we created at the MeidasTouch Network. This was one of our more recent Meidas shorts, and this was before Shady Vance was selected. And here we talk about how This election isn't a reality show. This is real life with real consequences. But outside of the shady Vance election, this is what the real Trump house would look like with the people he surrounds himself with who would have positions of power over you. Here, play this clip.
Donald Trump reacting to reports about what a second term would look like.
He says, "You're not going to be a dictator, are you?" I said, no, other than day one.
Before I get chased out of town with my Trump pardon, we're going to deport 10 million people and growing, put kids in cages. It's going to be glorious.
This is why we're tyrannical. This is why we're dictators. We will go out and find the conspirators, not just in government, but in the media. Yes, we're going to come after you.
The elephant in the room, which is pornography. Whenever America bans that, which will be happening at some point, everyone will be much better off.
For people who know their Bible, this is exactly what the prophets told us. Transgender black Marxists are seeking the overthrow of the United States and the dissolution of the traditional family.
Neutral laws will be used to crush us. Write the law so it protects your friends and harms the bad guys. When Democrats break the law, you bring it smashing down on them.
I think you can only serve in office if you were actually born in this country, not a birthright citizen anchor baby like Nikki Haley. But I don't want people like that in our country, let alone in our Congress.
If you want to save this country, there is going to have to be a third great awakening. We are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
Okay, now let me share with you one of the latest from the Lincoln Project as they talk about there are two choices this November: the elderly racist convict who talks like a broken record and acts like a petulant child, or the fearless, accomplished, serious candidate with fresh ideas. Play this clip.
No more excuses. Joe's out, Kamala's in, Trump's the threat. The future of America hangs in the balance. On one side, a movement to end democracy, to rip away the rights of women, deport hundreds of thousands of American citizens, have Project 2025 shoved down your throat while it destroys your freedom, and to turn back the clock on civil rights, and watch Trump sell off the country to the highest bidder, and surrender to dictators like Putin and Kim. On the other side, a patriotic pro-American coalition, Republicans, Democrats, and independents standing together. We don't agree on everything, but we all agree on one big thing. Donald Trump will destroy this nation. With us by her side, Kamala Harris will stop him. Those are the stakes. This is the fight. Join us.
So while we're on the topic of sharing some of these shorts right here, here's one of the latest Meidas shorts. This has gone mega viral. I'm sure you've seen this everywhere. This is the new Meidas short. Don't ignore the signs. Trump is not okay and he's only getting worse. We called this one Demented Don. Here, play this clip.
And my stupid people, when I wanted to refute it, they said, "Sir, don't dignify it with a rebuttal."
Have you been noticing peculiar behavior recently in someone you know?
Carried out by
someone who mixes fiction and reality?
the late, great Hannibal Lecter. He's a wonderful man.
Perhaps someone of advanced age you have known for years.
Did you just see Maduro? Venezuela, though it's unbelievable, Venezuela.
Of course, we all have our goofs. But consistently odd behavior can be a sign of frontotemporal dementia, a degenerative disease of the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain that dramatically impairs cognitive function. And there are some key signs to look out for, like slurring words.
The failing New York Times by anonymous, really anonymous.
Struggling to find the correct words is another sign.
The Mueller report, I wish, covered the oranges of the investigation.
You may also notice someone veering into incoherent ideas, detached from reality.
You know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time. I'm not getting near the shark.
or an inability to complete simple sentences.
Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat.
Other notable symptoms include impaired motor function, such as a wavering limb, and decreased balance, often accompanied by a signature lean or arched stance. If someone you know is demonstrating several or all of these symptoms, they are seriously unwell. As a matter of safety, they must be relieved of critical responsibilities and disqualified from any position of authority. Remember, frontotemporal dementia is a degenerative disease. Cognitive function will never return and will only deteriorate further. Don't ignore the signs.
And here's a throwback to a video that we made, and just to show you the consistency of the MeidasTouch editorial work, we called this one Creepy Trump, and we made this one in 2020. Here, play this clip.
A lot of really creepy statements, actions for sure, but statements that he's made in the past that make me very uncomfortable. Certainly as a mother, but as a person who breathes air.
You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
Really creepy statements.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Stop it!
Oh, it's so weird. Stop
You know
it.
what? You are
Proving us.
Yeah. It makes me very uncomfortable that he would look at certain other Americans the way he apparently has in the past.
What does Tiffany have of Marlon?
She's got Marla's legs.
Creepy.
We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
He's definitely not a typical father.
Creepy.
Very, very creepy. We call that one Creepy Trump. By the way, here is a happy birthday card from Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign to J.D. Vance. They write, "Happy birthday, J.D. At 78 and 40, Donald Trump and his sidekick, the most unpopular VP pick in American history, are running on an agenda to drag our country backwards, reverse the progress we've made, and ensure Americans have fewer freedoms in the next generation than they had in the last. Voters won't stand for it, and it's why they're already rejecting the Trump-Vance Project 2025 agenda to rip away our freedoms, jack up costs on the middle class, and fan the flames of hatred and division. While we wish JD a happy 40th, the American people will make certain that he celebrates his 41st anywhere but the White House." And Vice President Kamala Harris's team prepared the following video, which is currently going mega viral on TikTok.
Nice to see you, Marcy.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
First time here?
First time here.
JD is kissing my ass. He wants my support.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him.
They're waiting for one race. You know, we've endorsed Dr. Oz. We've endorsed JP, right? JD Mandel.
We're effectively run in this country by a bunch of childless cat ladies.
Calling you weird, does that hurt your feelings? How do you feel about that?
No, not at all. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
And on that TikTok video, it says, "Bro has no aura." That's a good one right there. By the way, this is what J.D. Vance is posting on his birthday, which is very weird. This is a post from J.D. Vance. He goes, "I think it's pretty weird for adults to sterilize little kids by giving them hormone therapy. I know Kamala Harris disagrees with me on this and considers it to be totally, quote, normal." And he's posting this as he's sitting on a sofa chair, looking at couches, surrounding himself with beer. And this is what you're talking about on your birthday right now? That this is your birthday message to the American people, trying to stoke one of your culture wars because you don't want people talking about what your actual policies are and how you're taking away freedoms from the American people. I mean, judge for yourself, folks. But anyway, I wanted to share with you those videos. Donald Trump ain't happy about them, but We'll keep making these videos at the MeidasTouch Network. I'm sure the Lincoln Project will keep doing their work. Great job. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million together. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.